Hello, my YouTube friends. I just thought I watched a video by Tom Ritter earlier today on one knife to leave the house with. It got me thinking. I remember a couple months ago or so, I did a response to Isaac's 30 seconds to grab and go knife, and I chose the top storm vector in that video. I think part of the reason was it was a new knife, so I had the new knife love affair thing going on. Plus, I'd also just recently seen a video by Dutch bushcraft boys where they just beat the living snot out of that. I mean, they baton through an aluminum frying pan with the damn thing, and it didn't hurt the knife. I mean, so I think that all was in my mind. But in all honestly, that's a 12.5 inch blade. And yeah, it's a great chopper. I mean, you can, build shelters and all that with it. It's going to be excellent for that. But when it comes down to, sitting by you're going to cook your dinner, and if it's a bug out situation, you probably ain't got a whole world of tools with you. So, go to cook your dinner. You need to carve up a spatula to stir up your veggies with, or flip your meat with, or whatever. Maybe carve a spoon to eat with. Are you gonna want to do that with a big 12.5 inch sax blade? Probably not. How about cleaning, butchering game? Making traps and all that. Yeah, you could do it, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So, in hindsight, and after watching Tom Ritter's one knife to leave the house with, this is the one I'm gonna choose right here. I did a video on this already. You've seen this knife before. It's the Bark River Legion. This knife is probably my most used, absolute favorite, general, all-around use knife. Now, I have knives that are going to be better bushcrafters than this, better carvers than this, you know what I mean? And of course, the Tops Vector is going to chop better than this, but this chops very well, Choke back on this thing sinks in the wood, even hard, dried, seasoned wood. This thing sinks more than halfway up the blade on it. Chops very, very well. It's got a ridiculously sharp edge. This CPM 154 takes such a fine edge, it's crazy. It's sticky sharp. And it's a convex edge, so it adds a little extra strength. Plus, it's easy to take care of in the field. You just take off your belt and wrap it around a tree and just strap it up. Um, the handle is very comfortable with. You can chop with it. It'll do food prep. Slice up your potatoes, no problem whatsoever. Carve up a spoon or something. You can do that with it. I wouldn't want to carve like a wood spirit with it, but it'll certainly handle just basic carving tasks. I did this. Well, this was a full-fledged tri-stick with it, but my dog got hold of it, chewed it up. But I did. Yeah, the light's a little bright for that. I did this tri-stick with that knife. Uh, it carves ridiculously fine feathers if you needed to, or if you wanted to hog off wood, like if you're, making a tent peg, or if you're planing off a bow drill hearthboard or something. It'll hog off wood like a beast. At the same time, you can just do real fine feathers because it's got such a fine edge. This is just you could certainly butcher meat with this if you manage to get yourself some big game. You could easily butcher up a deer with this. I wouldn't want to do squirrels or rabbits with it. You could, but anytime I leave the house, I'm going to have a folder with me. These are just some ones that I had laying on the table. If I'm going to the woods, I generally carry my Victorinox Fieldmaster, but even if it was a quick out-of-the-house situation, something like, and I got to tone this light down here just a bit. That's too bright. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. Not really, but I always got a pocket knife anyways, so small game, squirrels and what have you, I'm going to use my pocket knife anyways, or whatever. But for just about everything else, this is just an outstanding knife, and it's very good self-defense wise. It was made for operators by operators. Phobos is the name of the company that did it. Bark River made it, but Phobos designed it. The balance is right here, so it's so nimble in the hand. It's ridiculous. This knife is just an outstanding knife, and this is the knife I'm going to want on my side. it's a shit hit the fan scenario and I got a bug out where I may run into trouble on the way out and need to fight my way out of it, God forbid. You know, I'm no knife fighter. It's the last thing I want to do. But if I had to, I'd love this on my. I'd love this to be the knife that I was carrying at the time. It's just an outstanding knife. Good, thick, beefy stock. It does have a fine tip. You're not going to want to pry open paint cans with this thing, you know. But that's, by the same token, that tip is great for penetration if you needed to defend yourself against wild animals of the four-legged kind or two-legged kind. It's just an outstanding knife, and it's big enough to handle small chopping tasks or building a shelter or whatever, yet versatile enough to carve a spoon with if you had to. Make feather sticks, split up a little kindling, whatever. So anyways, I just thought I'd update that video after more thought. You know, this is the kind of knife I'm going to carry, and the sheath is outstanding. I can go scout carry or vertical carry. I can even don't even have to, with the snaps, I don't even have to take my belt off in order to put it on and off. It's just a great package overall. So these were just laying on the table. That's just eye candy while I ran my mouth. Alright everybody, reminder, 22 of our veterans a day are committing suicide. I'm trying to bring awareness to that problem in the community. Still early in the week, so everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Try not to work too hard. Stay safe, stay cool. Heading into fall now, so that shouldn't be too many more days that are brutally hot. We'll probably still have a few, but it's coming into my time of the year now. I love the fall. Spring and fall are my two favorite seasons. But stay safe, stay cool, stay healthy, and have a great week, folks. Till the next one, see ya.